This is Jake Faber with PittStateGorillas.com, here with Pitt State men's cross-country coach Russ Jewett to discuss the Gorillas' 2012 season outlook. Coach, the Gorillas enter the 2012 season coming off a fourth-place finish at the 2011 MIAA Championships. Pitt State returns its top performer from a year ago, All-American Adam Volkert, but you must replace 4 members of its top 7 squad from a year ago.
Yeah, that was a pretty close fourth place. I think we were 7 or 8 points out of second. Returning 4 or losing 4 of your top 7 is always a challenge. We do return Adam Volkert, and he is really the heart and soul of this team, I think, so that's a positive. We're going to have some other guys step up to even have the same level of success that we had last year. And fourth place of the conference is not our ultimate goal, so we've got some work to do.
And certainly there's ample talent with your 2012 squad, like you said, with many underclassmen who are now ready for their times to step up. Just overall, for the men's side, give us your assessment of the 2012 squad.
Well, it's all potential right now. We cannot be in touch with them over the summer to see how they're doing. Just now getting started with training, so it is all potential. With that many new people that you need to count on to have success, a lot will be told in the next few weeks, but I'm fairly pleased with their initial fitness levels. The freshmen are freshmen, and you can never really count on freshmen for success because they're going to be dependent on very early in a college career, and that's tough to do with all the adjustments they have to make. But we have enough returners that have collegiate experience that if they work as hard as I like them to work and stay healthy, then we can have a successful season.
And like you mentioned earlier, Adam Volkert finished the 2011 season as the MIAA runner-up. He earned All-America honors in the national championships. He's a 2-time All-MIAA performer and, like you said, certainly a performance leader for the Gorillas. Over his career here, can you kind of explain the leadership role he's taken on and how he's grown in that aspect?
Well, he's matured as a runner, and I think mentally and emotionally tremendously over the last 3 years. He actually, as a runner, was very young coming in here. He only ran 1 year of cross country in high school. So he was sort of behind on the curve, but he's caught up quickly, I think, and he's learned how to work hard, learned how to take care of his body, and he's really turned into a good leader. His teammates chose him as the team captain, so it's not something I appointed to him. So he's got respect from his teammates as a leader who will lead through example and also give guidance when needed.
And talking about seniors now, Adam is one of the 2 seniors on your squad, along with Tyler Polshak, who's been a steady performer over the years. Ethan Solovsky, another top 7 performer in 2011, is the squad's lone junior. Talk about those 3 individuals and what they'll bring to the team this year.
Well, Ethan had a really strong track season, so I expect that to springboard him a little bit into the fall. And he does have experience. We redshirted him his first fall here, so he's really a redshirt junior. Tyler is one of the hardest workers I've coached in recent years, and that's part of his problem is he'll work himself into injury, which he's done each of the last 2 years. So I think we figured it out with him, and I really anticipate that he'll have a very successful season. And again, he's one of the key guys for us to be successful because he is a returner with experience that he's going to have to be good. So I think those guys will do just fine.
And Colin Hubert made a big splash as a freshman for the Gorillas. He's missed 5 months of training recovering from surgery, so his impact early on the season might be a little limited. But as he trains and gets back into competition shape, talk about along with him, some of the other rising stars, underclassmen that you've got on the team.
Yeah, Colin unfortunately did have a great freshman season in cross country. Then not too long after that got injured and ended up needing surgery. We'll hope that he comes around and is effective as a top 7 guy, maybe by championship time, by the conference championship. But right now he's on the low end of that improvement curve. Some other guys maybe to look for, say Talon Thompson, who was a freshman last year, narrowly missed being a top 7 guy last year, but Talon is sort of a young runner as well, someone who did really well in the steeplechase for us last spring. And again, track and field's different than cross country, but the steeplechase is probably as close to cross country as you can get on the track, and he did really well there and had a really good summer. So Talon, I think, will be someone to look for. A young man named Devon Young, who redshirted last year. We redshirted him last year as a true freshman, so he's a redshirt freshman this year. He had a lot of talent, did really well in high school. Still mostly potential for us. So, but it is some I guess I'm optimistic that he will help us as a top 5 or at least a top 7 guy.
And like you mentioned earlier, last year Central Missouri claimed the MIAA title with somewhat convincingly, like you said, 7 points separating Northwest, Missouri Southern, and Pitt State from the second through fourth places. The MIAA coaches picked the Mules as the 2012 preseason favorite in the polls, followed by the Lions and the Gorillas. The league has expanded to 10 teams with the newcomers, Nebraska Kearney and Lindenwood, joining the league. And overall, what is your perception of the league race for the 2012 title?
Well, it's not going to get any easier, I'll tell you that. All of us teams lose a runner or two. We lost 4, more than anyone else probably. I think Missouri Southern is going to be hard to beat. This is a year in which they're hosting the regional and the national championships. They return all their runners. Most of them were very young. I really think they're the ones to beat, at least from the outset. Central's always good, of course. Not sure how we got picked third when we lost 4 of our top 7, and we're only 4th last year, but that's okay. And then you bring these new teams in. We don't know a whole lot about them. We don't see them a lot prior to this year. Nebraska Kearney we're most familiar with. They've got a very good program. I believe the head coach of the program is also the cross-country coach. That sometimes makes a difference. Lindenwood has been really good at times, but I anticipate that Nebraska Kearney will probably be very good early on in this, and they'll be able to come to this league and compete at the top right away, I think.
And obviously you can tell there's a great deal of potential with the 2012 squad for you guys, and perhaps some unknowns as well, some rising freshmen. Just share your final thoughts on the team, the 2012 season, anything that we might not have touched on that you want to get across to the fans.
Well, I think we've got a strong leader in Adam Volkert. He can be a performance leader. He can be a team leader from a spiritual sense, but you can't do much in cross country with one guy. So it's really going to be a matter of Adam will lead strong if these other guys will follow strong and work hard and stay healthy and really commit and believe in one another. Then we can have some success. Our mission is always to win a conference championship and qualify to nationals. Those will be tough this year, without question, but we're not going to erase that from our list of mission goals. That's what we're going to try to do.
And now we've come to the end of the 2012 season outlook preview. Thanks to head coach Russ Jewett for sharing his thoughts on the Gorilla squad with us. Stay connected to PittStateGorillas.com for continuing coverage of the Pitt State men's cross-country team. And don't miss out on our weekly podcast that we'll have with Coach Jewett throughout the season, as well as additional premium cross-country content by subscribing to Gorilla Access. Learn more about Gorilla Access at PittStateGorillas.com today.